You guys hear that bullshit about the NFL schedule makers looking at Taylor Swift's schedule to set up the Chiefs' schedule? Have you guys seen that?
I have not seen it, but I wouldn't put it past the NFL. The international games, the holiday games, the money grab with Netflix this year, they are all about broadening the reach of the amount of people that they can see. And if Taylor Swift is bringing as much attention and eyeballs as they were getting, then yes, they are definitely going to try and look at that and figure it out. Like, it's smart business.
Yeah, so I guess there's 14 games that she can attend this year, and that they did. And then there's of course there's a couple that she won't be able to, but 14 games that Taylor Swift can attend. If you're a Chiefs fan looking forward to that or whatever, I don't know.
That's like half the Chiefs fans now.
But like that's the thing is, like, the bigger the game, the bigger they can make the game, and the more money they can get. You would hope that would spill over into the players, right? Like making sure that they're all being compensated well, because I think that a lot of times we think, oh, these guys make millions of dollars, but then it's like, you go look at a lot of the players on the roster and a lot of the guys that are on your favorite team, and you look at their salaries, they're not really being paid like crazy, especially if you're a player like Alohi Gilman just signed a nice contract. He also lives in Los Angeles. Like, that contract isn't as, I mean, it's better than the average human being, but you think about taxes, the cost of living out here, like, it's not as crazy as you think it is.
Eric Armstead dropped a video like that before. I got to look it up again, where he actually showed his paycheck for the 49ers. And he goes, this is how much, my gross was. And then here's the state taxes, but this is what I'm actually taking home. And he goes, like, you look at players, and you got to remember, like, playing in the NFL, like, not to get into this topic, but playing in any sport, they have to pay taxes per state that they play in. So, yeah, they're playing in California. If you're the Rams, you're playing in California for 8 games, but now you're playing 8 games out of California, so you're paying taxes in Florida, wherever you're playing at.
The guys in California playing out of the state is a come up, but the guys playing out of the state that have to come to California.
Yeah, that was the best thing out of the move for the Raiders. That's what the Raiders got out of the move when they moved from Oakland to Las Vegas. Is the tax breaks is that the players got, and they actually set contracts up when they were leaving Oakland. They actually set contracts up like, hey, wait until 2 years from now, you're actually going to be making more. So, yeah, teams that's always come when it comes to contract negotiations. That's why some teams pay a little bit more on the West Coast because of the tax.
So I did an acting gig in Florida, and I think California still managed to take more taxes from me somehow than what I paid in Florida. Like, there's the federal, like, federal was definitely like more, but it was the few days of fittings or whatever that I had here was more than what I had paid to Florida. I don't remember exactly how it worked out, but it was surprising, like, seeing it and being like, wait, why didn't I pay Florida more money? Interesting.
And then one more other thing. So we also got into this before we move on to summer. So I read this. It says, to see every game in 2024 regular season, NFL regular season, you're going to need NBC, CBS, Fox, ABC, Sunday Ticket, NFL Network, ESPN, ESPN Plus, Amazon Prime, Peacock, and now Netflix, right? So you need all those services if you wanted to watch every single NFL game. Or one jailbroke Fire Stick is all you need. One jailbroke Fire Stick, and then you're good.
We're not condoning piracy. We're not condoning breaking the law. Sure, but if you were willing to break the law, one jailbroken Fire Stick.
One jailbroken.
We'll do it.
Unless Dana White finds you before the NFL does.
Dana White's not just like finding people; he's sending UFC fighters to people's houses.
Wasn't that like his thing like a couple of months ago? Like, I'm finding everybody who uses Fire Stick and watches my fights illegally.
He would grab the camera, like, get up close to it personal, and be like, "If you steal the event, I will find you, and I will take you out," like some Liam Neeson shit.
I don't know who you are. I don't know
I'm
what
just
you
saying.
want.
I'm not in this like shit. When you're spending so much money right now, and the NFL's throwing more, and that's not it. There's another platform coming out from Disney, ESPN, coming out in August. Another sports where they're all mixing together. I forget what it's called, like Evo Sports or something like that. There's another app coming out, or so yeah, it's getting ridiculous. I thought cable was done with, but it looks like we're just paying all kinds of different other ways.
But Joe, you already have Netflix by then. I know you're getting Netflix to watch Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched that press conference. That's a whole nother thing too. Holy crap!
It was so great. You can see Mike like holding himself back so much.
I do think legally though, you get the localized games, right? Like they have to allow you to be able to see them, I believe it is. So like if you live in the LA area, you're still going to get because don't the Chargers have an ESPN Plus game this year against the Cardinals, I believe it is. So if you live in the LA area, we still get to see the game without ESPN Plus.
I think that's Monday Night Football. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think it is, but it's a doubleheader game, I believe.
Oh,
so it's like
one of the Christmas games. I think one of the Christmas games is on Netflix.
Both of them are on Netflix.
Oh,
yeah.
both. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's getting ridiculous. The NFL needs to make their money, but it's crazy.
They really don't, Joe.
They already made their money. Yeah.
It's probably a $50 billion organization. Like, I mean, I don't know how much more they need to be squeezing fans. It's like, to me, it would almost be better if they just said, hey, you could see these games, buy an NFL Plus subscription and see them there. But the thing is like, they don't make as much money as they would as if Netflix comes to them and says, hey, we want exclusive rights to a couple of games this year, and we're going to cut you a check for $150 million. And it's like, all right, here you go. We're going to give you two of the best games, because I think last year ESPN Plus had one of the games, but it was like a London game. People weren't away. Like, you can't really drive up subscriptions for games where people are sleeping, or half the country might be in, football fans might be in church or something like that. It's like, you're not going to be able to rake people over the coals.
Yeah.
Can we get some more Disney Toy Story games? I'll take that.
It would help a lot if they just didn't double dip, like you're saying, Tony. Like, we have to pay for cable or YouTube TV, which is basically cable, basically the same thing, and Netflix and all these other things, and Amazon and all these other things. Like, just pick one. And let's put it all in. Let's push the chips in on one, and everyone will subscribe to that one.
What other league does this? What other league has multiple?
That's the thing, is when you have the power, Joe, you can do it. I mean, they have had so many sort of like tradition. We're not going to have games on Friday night. If you don't think that Friday night games are coming in 15 years. The NFL season is basically going to be like every night for like 6 months. Like, that is just the way that it's had 18 games. They're going to figure out algorithms with, multiple bye weeks, and they are going to have football on for 6 months straight, essentially. Like, that is just the direction this is heading.
I just had a wet dream about that last night, Tony. Are you in my head?
Bill Flames, I'm with Mike on the mic. What's something brand new, one time for your mind. He gave you fair warning. Now it's time to smack him in the mouth with that raw sports talk from the town. Sweet chin music to your favorite sportscaster.